Okay, so I got my heat gun. So first thing I'm gonna do without heating it is try to get it down as much as I can. Right in here. So remember you wanna go all the way around the door handle as you're doing it, not just here, because then you're gonna get excess here. And if you go here, you're gonna get excess over here. So what we wanna do, now that it's getting a little bit colder, just gonna warm it up so that it's loose. So when I come around this corner, I can get all of it down. So you don't wanna do the pocket yet. You just wanna get around the handle nice and tight first. And if it's sticking on the handle, make sure you lift it off and heat it up again. Because otherwise it's going to be pulling on that handle, right? So now we got it all tucked in that corner. Now we're coming around this side. So we'll tuck that in a little bit further. And same thing here. Around that corner. See how it's pulling on this around here? So I just lifted it up. So it's not, I'm not putting tension on it to get it in there. Hold this one up again. Here. See how I got wrinkles there? So I'm just gonna lift it back out. Warm it up a little bit. And now push it in there. Just go back and forth, get it right tucked in there. Because what we don't want is a seam or a gap around the handle, if at all possible. If we end up mistrimming, then you have to make it the same distance all the way around. But otherwise, we want to try and tuck it in there the best that we can. So now what we're going to do is get our blade out just a little bit and tuck it around that back of that handle. And then when we get to the pocket, what you're gonna do is just follow the door handle out. You're gonna follow it around the cup of the handle. So I'm just gonna come out and curve that like that. Same thing over here. I'm just gonna follow around the back side of the door handle, so I'm not cutting the paint. And come out. I'll pull this off. I didn't cut here yet, so I'm just gonna trim that around the door cup, which I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see how I did that. I came around the door cup there. And the same thing, I'm just gonna follow and go around the door handle. So just because you cut doesn't mean that the piece is going to be tucked. You still got to tuck it after you cut, no matter what. Always tuck after you cut. So now I'm going to go back around there and tuck this piece down with my squeegee. Anytime you cut, you're still tucking, no matter what. No matter what. Your cut does not mean that it's staying down. You have to cut and then tuck. Cut, tuck, cut, tuck. So we're just gonna get this down around that corner. Make sure that this is all down. And now what we wanna do is just warm up the top or the bottom, whichever one you wanna do first. I just use my thumb and I go down, and then I just slowly bring that piece down inside there, inside that cup. Still make sure that this is tucked on the side, same thing. If you have to put tension on it, just hold it from the top and push it in there, just like this. And if it feels like it's like really tight, you can just warm it up a little bit and then it'll lay out. So the next thing, because my cuts, you can't really see them. I'm gonna take that out of here. Because my cuts have this like weird jot up, I'm gonna trim that so it looks nice. I'm not gonna leave that ugly cup like that. Same with at the top. This one's okay. This one's like really crunchy, so I'm just gonna cut it to make it smooth on both sides. So I'm gonna do that next. So at this point, you gotta be careful with your knife blade again, because you're probably starting to get it to be not as sharp. So that piece, I got that one. So I just cut that triangle off. So it looks like that. And then this side. So you always want it to look nice to the eye, right? Because that's what they're gonna see. And if they pick out something that they don't like, then they're gonna pick apart your whole wrap. Luckily, this is our car, but still, the better you do on ours, the better that people, or the more that people want to come to us, because they'll see our work. Especially if they're from another wrap company, you're gonna pick apart somebody else's work. And we want to be known for doing great work all the time, even on our own stuff. More importantly, on our own stuff, because people will see it. Especially if we take it to like a car show or anything like that, people are going to pick it apart. So I'm just going to show you what I did now. So see how I made that look nicer under there? Just kind of made it flow a little bit nicer. And then don't forget to heat up your entire handle and area once you're done your whole panel.